Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to do the group prediction for Blackpink for this 2024. So if I understood correctly, the group signed a group contract, but they did not sign individually into YG. So if that's the case, I will do this group reading as I usually do it, because the first one is just an energy reading to see how all of them are doing in general. And then the second question is like the actual predictions for 2024, which I take cards for the group and then individually. So we will be able to see how things are going to turn out for each member. And then the last part is just general advice for them for this 2024. So I do feel that this reading can still be applied to them. I do not know how things are going to work out this year for them, so I don't even know if they're going to do something together. Last year I mentioned that they were not going to do anything together, or there were no plans for it, and then Blackpink proved me wrong and they did take something out. So I will do this reading under the assumption that they're going to do something like a group, and hopefully they do, so like that blinks you guys have a little bit more content for them together. But if not, let's just have fun in this reading. So let's start with the first question and figure out the current energy that Blackpink has. The first card that came out was the Hermit Reverse. We have the High Priestess Reverse and the Ace of Wands, which are actually very decent cards. The Hermit Reverse in this case makes me think that the group is coming out of their shell or coming out of their comfort zone. Many of them could have been on their own for quite a while and going through the shadow work or the self-discovery type of journey where they were in a very introspective mentality and they were looking deep within them to kind of figure out what they want in life, who they are, and what will be like the best approach to their goals. Now I'm saying this because I do feel that usually the Hermit, when it's upright, it talks about someone that puts themselves in self-isolation in order to go through this journey of enlightenment and self-discovery. So with this card being reversed, I do feel that many of the members are kind of reaching the end of their journey or are leaving that hermit mode, so they're not on their own anymore. They're trying to go out, put themselves out there a bit more. And when I mean like been in hermit mode, I don't mean this necessarily like they're genuinely like put themselves in full-on isolation and were like, do not talk to me, I don't want to see anyone. Not necessarily. It's more along those lines, like they were in a period in their life where many of them were just constantly reflecting and thinking, what works for me, what doesn't work for me, what do I want to accomplish in life, and those kinds of thoughts. So anyway, this card being reversed kind of shows that many of them are leaving that type of mentality. So that kind of shows that many of them could potentially be ready to take action, especially because we have the Ace of Wands. Or many of them already feel like it's time to put themselves out there and put into action whatever they have learned through this self-discovery period. Now, the other card that we have right here is a High Priestess Reverse. Usually upright, we talk about someone that is very intuitive, someone that is connected to their emotions. This is a card that represents the moon. Also, the Hermit represents Virgo energy. The other thing that I was going to say is that the High Priestess also talks about untapped potential. So our subconscious, things that we're not aware of, things that we can't see that clearly about ourselves, which is a card that makes sense that it comes out with the Hermit, because when you do shadow work in the Hermit card, you are looking at that side of yourself that you're not super aware of, or that side of yourself that you kind of neglect or do not want to get too close with because either you don't like it or you are not even aware that you have it. It's so natural to you that you don't even realize it's a part of you. It just kind of happens. Anyway, so with the High Priestess Reverse, it kind of shows that many of them do not even realize the greatness that they can reach. Like there's probably stuff that the group wants to work on or manifest, either for themselves or for the group, that they have not been able to reach because they don't even realize that it's plausible or they can actually accomplish it. So if there's a specific project that they want to do, they probably don't even realize how successful it can be if they go through with it. Something along those lines. Like they don't realize the power of their manifestation quite yet. So I do feel that that's why this card could be here. And one of the reasons why they don't even notice their potential or like the greatness that they have is because they haven't fully taken action on those things. But the Ace of Wands kind of shows that this year, one of the things that they're working on, all of them, is to just take action on the things that motivate them. Like, to me, the Ace of Wands usually feels like the green light. Is like, it's the sign that tells you just go for it, just go do it. Because Wands talks about a new beginning, a new journey, the start of a new chapter. And Wands energy is one that talks about following your passions, being driven, staying inspired and motivated to take action. So if you combine all of these things, it feels like this year, one of the things that they're working on, or one of the things, like the energy that they have right now, is one where they're super determined to go after their dreams, to chase after their goals and accomplish them. Many of them feel very comfortable or feel very confident, or they feel super driven, motivated, that they will be able to start taking action in accomplishing whatever goals they have in mind, whatever they have been reflecting on for quite a while. Many of them could also feel very confident that they are in the right place in the right time to just manifest anything into their life. So this energy is actually very good. So now let's go on to the second question, which is the group predictions. So what's in store for BLACKPINK this 2024? The first card that kind of fell was Waning Moon with What Do You Need to Release, which is something that kind of happens with shadow work, as we saw earlier. So also the Hermit card reverse could mean that some of them need to go into this mode of self-discovery and shadow work. So some of them could be already going out of that, finally taking action to achieve their goals, while others of them may need to do a little bit of shadow work before they can even get working on their goals. Because one of the powerful things about shadow work is that even though it could be quite challenging and difficult to start on that journey and to face your fears and your doubts about yourself or your environment, is that the rewarding thing is that then you get to know what triggers you, you get to know what blocks you, and it makes it easier to go on with life. Because then instead of being like, oh, why does it feel like life has it against me or whatever, you start realizing, oh, it's actually because I'm afraid of taking this step, or oh, it's because this is not the approach that I feel the most comfortable with, so maybe doing something different could make things better. Or like when we talk about triggers, is like if someone says something that could be disrespectful or whatever, you kind of like shake it off quite easily, because you're just projecting that shit on me, that those issues you have don't really affect me, because that's not who I am, because I know who I am, right? That's some of the rewarding things about shadow work. It's not easy to do shadow work, and it's a constant learning experience that we go through. So it's not like you do shadow work once and then you're done with it. It's kind of like you go through it by stages. It's like as you're going through life, you start noticing things that your shortcomings constantly and things that hold you back, and it's something that you're healing all of the time. It's a constant battle. It's part of the journey. So what I'm getting at is that this card came out because I think one of the things that's in store for the group is that many of them may need to do some shadow work, so they learn what it is that they don't need in their life. So they get rid of baggage, they get rid of negativity, and they get rid of anything that overwhelms them that is not necessary for their journey or for their life, for their person. Maybe even getting rid of some limiting beliefs as well. So anything that they go like, oh, but it has to be done this way, or I can't do this until I do this other thing. It's like, get rid of those ideas that society has on you and do what you want to do, however you want to do it. That kind of vibe. Let's take out one card for what's in store for BLACKPINK this 2024. The card that came out was South Node with Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back, which is basically the whole essence about what do you need to release. By doing some shadow work, you do kind of go like through this journey where you look into your past, so you realize what works, what doesn't work, what do I like to do, what do I not like to do, and all of those questions kind of help you understand what it is that you desire in life for the future, and also what you feel more comfortable, or like the best method to accomplish some of these goals based on who you are as a person, also based on like what stage of your healing you're on. Because there's some things that maybe it is part of your journey to accomplish, but if you don't feel ready to receive such rewards, it could be quite challenging to even get started on making those dreams come true. So with Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back is like the whole idea of don't let fears and doubts get in the way. So what's in store for BLACKPINK this year is to be risk takers, is to get rid of anything that they're afraid of and anything that they doubt, not necessarily by neglecting it, but more along the lines of facing the fact that those things scare them and those are the doubts that they have, and being brave in the sense of like, okay, these are the things that I'm afraid of. Let me still try to achieve this goal despite those fears. It's like understanding the difference between I don't want to do this and I'm afraid of doing this. That seems to be the vibe. So now let's check the individual predictions for each member. I'll go in age order if I remember the age order. So first I'll start with Jisoo. So what's in store for Jisoo this 2024 for her career? Specifically her career. So 2 cards came out. We have evidence and we have promise. So one of the things that I'm getting is that this 2024 there will be a lot of things that Jisoo wants to do and a lot of things that she's aiming for in her career. That there might be a lot of goals or a lot of promises. Like I do promises in the sense of like I do feel like there's a lot of projects or a lot of people that want to work for her or a lot of things that are being offered to her. But I do feel that with the evidence card that came up this year, she's going to be very I don't know if cautious is the right word, but she's gonna like pay very close attention to what people say and what they have to offer, because I do feel that she wants to be careful and not get her hopes up on people that are promising these things that they cannot accomplish. So what I mean by that is like someone that is like, oh, I wish you could join my project on this and that thing, but it's still like in the planning stages, or it's still like someone that is visualizing that type of future, right? But it's nothing concrete. So what I mean by that is like the evidence tells me that this 2024 Jisoo is going to focus on making sure that whatever project is being offered to her, it's actually on the works and it's not like a potential. Like she doesn't want to get her hopes up on promises of people that are just kind of daydreamers. She wants to work with people that can actually put the dreams into action and make it a more realistic possibility. Now, I don't really know what she may have been promised that she has this mentality right now, but it feels like this could be some sort of baggage of people that had the greatest intentions, but maybe did not have the discipline or realistic view necessary to go through with those goals. Oh, now let's go on to the next person. What's in store for Jenny's career this 2024? Wait. So for this 2024, Jenny's career. So we have a couple of cards, but I'll take the first card, which is alleviation. Wait. So this card has been coming up constantly. So for Jenny, it seems like this year is going to be a period where she's going to just focus on herself. As I mentioned earlier, the Hermit card could mean someone that is about to enter that stage as well. So if that's the case, Jenny could be one of those people. So in 2024, her career is going to be one where she's going to take a lot of time to meditate, to center herself so she can find the stability and harmony necessary to continue working. She may take quite a bit of rest, or whenever she has the ability to rest, she will take it very seriously to bring herself back together and bring balance to her life once again. I think she needs this so like that she has the clarity necessary to work appropriately, and also to get rid of any negativity and baggage or stress that could be so overwhelming that it gets in the way of her focus when she works. So I do feel that this year she's going to focus a lot on healing, a lot on maybe even meditation, or practice some breathing techniques that can help her like calm herself and be in the present moment. But also I do feel that this year she's going to just try to have awareness of mental health of sorts. So she's going to focus a lot on just trying to relax herself and strengthen her resolve. Those were the words that came up, but I don't necessarily know what that means. I guess it would mean like strengthen her determination of sorts, maybe. Yeah. Now let's go on to the next person. So what's in store for Rose this 2024 in terms of her career? We have merit making with goodness, humanness, and morality. So it seems like this 2024 for Rose, she's going to be focusing a lot on doing things that bring love and healing to other people. It seems like she's going to also focus a lot on staying close to what she believes in and what she feels is ethical and moral. So I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know why that's being highlighted to me or why that came up. So I don't know. Maybe she's going to be working, bro. Maybe she's going to be working and focusing. That's what I wanted to say. Um, with charities, spreading awareness so people take care of themselves and love themselves. I don't know. Maybe she wants to use her creativity or her power or her reputation to bring a bit of kindness to the world and to people. Now let's check out what's in store for Lisa's career this 2024. So 2 cards came out. We have Trump, success, victory, and achievement. And we have care with parenthood, patron, and support. So this. It seems like Lisa's gonna have a very positive year this 2024. She's going to have a lot of people that will support her, invest in her, and sponsor her. She's going to have a lot of people like her fans that will be there to support her, love her, and finance her. So I guess like buy her products or consume her media, that kind of thing. And this like Trump card kind of shows that she will be very successful and victorious this 2024. So whatever she does or works on this year, it will succeed. She will do well. People are going to love it and is going to do well numbers wise, or like people that are working with her are going to be like, okay, she's bringing in the money, or she's succeeding in whatever expectations it is that they had in mind. So it seems like also Lisa will see that she has a lot of people that love her and care for her within her close circles and her family, and that will bring her a lot of comfort when she's working as well. But to end off this reading, let's go on to the last question, which is any healing and advice for BLACKPINK this 2024. So these are like the extra messages. We have nothing is yet set in stone with mutable moon. So this kind of just shows that there's a lot of flexibility. There's a lot of what ifs and a lot of things that could happen. A lot of dreams that are a possibility, but is like fate is not quite yet set in stone. So it seems like this year there's nothing that the group has to go through, but it's more in like this mutable, flexible energy that is very malleable, and it can be shifted and changed, because right now they're in like this self-discovery type of journey where many of them are just barely figuring out what they want out of life. So their energy can definitely be shifted, so it can be shaped to whatever it is that they kind of lock themselves to, or go like, this is what I want to do. So there's a lot of decisions that will have to be made. What more advice is there for BLACKPINK? We have Cardinal Moon with Be Bold and Make the First Move, which is basically what we got with the Ace of Wands. It's like this whole idea of like since they already know what they want to do and they're pretty comfortable or confident with who they are or how they work, it will make it easier for them to stay motivated and inspired to take action, take risks, start this new project, this new journey, and this new chapter in their life where they're a bit more aware of who they are and what they want. So with Be Bold and Make the First Move, a cardinal moon usually talks about signs that take the initiative for change. And that's basically what they're going to be doing. Or like if they want to start seeing their projects and their dreams become a reality, the best way to do it is to just go for it. But let's take one last card for their healing messages. Wait, the card that just fell was the community could be important for them, but a new moon in Gemini with communication is key. And this communication could be like talking to other people, since negotiations will be very relevant for them. But I think the main thing is communication within themselves, because the Hermit card is all about that, is being able to say the truth about yourself, connecting with your heart, connecting with your mind, with your soul, for that self-discovery to be able to happen, for that healing to happen, for that growth to happen, right? So this Gemini energy is kind of saying that communication is key. So like that, if they know who they are and what they want, it will be easier to negotiate with other people, because they will be able to know what they can accommodate with, and what is it like, this is what I really want, so I'm not going to lesser my standards to fit this people or fit this project or fit this environment. So that's why communication is key. If they know what they want, they will know who to work with, because then they will be able to say, this is what I want, and that's what you want. Okay, we can negotiate on this. So yeah, I hope you guys like this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Seems like there's a lot of good things for Blackpink this year, because it seems like many of them are more in the planning stages and like the let me figure out who I am before I take action type of stage. If anything, the best advice that is for them is to continue down this self-discovery, so that they can take the best foot forward when taking action, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hope you guys like this reading or find it entertaining. I will see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. And thank you so much for all the love and support you've been giving my channel. Love and healing from my part to you, and bye.